And here we are live. It takes about a minute to go from OBS to automatic start on YouTube. So we're live and just waiting on some people to come in. I'm going to go over on YouTube and get that cranked so I can keep track of things. And let me see. Trying to find my live. There it is. And shut off the sound. And there we go. And one watching. That's me. Get back over to OBS. Gonna have a kind of a mixed bag show and tell tonight. I've got gonna show some stained glass I did, maybe some sand etching. Show you what I want to get for a full color digital printer. And as soon as we get a person or two in here, I'll get this thing rolling. Two watching now. Must be Norris. Alright, we got a couple people in here. I'll go ahead and get this thing rolling. Let's see. What's next? Color Splash. Hello, Natasha. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, you're 3 or 4 hours ahead of me. Now on Wednesdays I do a 2 o'clock in the afternoon live also, plus the 7 o'clock. So if you want to slip in on the 2 o'clock, no problem at all. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button, please. Had a new subscriber, Travel Chick 56. They're heading to the van build in Georgia in October. That's a plus. I'll check out their channel after this live stream. And HD hears something he doesn't like. That's why he's barking a little bit. So, how's it going over there in the UK, Natasha? How's your weather? It's hot and humid here. Let me see here. This is going to be interesting. Yeah, I'm trying to get everything set up here, which is not working the way it's supposed to. So I may have to do a little midnight here. You're 5 hours ahead. Wow, I didn't realize it was that far ahead. Okay, I'm going to have to go in here, I think, into my window capture, because it's pulling up the wrong window. Yeah, we've had a lot of rain last month, more than should have. Let's see. I'm trying to find, I didn't get this set up before I started here. I'm trying to find this one. That's the one I want. Okay, now I'm good to go. I'm using OBS Studio, so I can make changes in the background while I'm chatting up here in the front. And so I had this afternoon's list up, so I had to change that over. Let's see, we've got 3 in the house. I know Norris is here in the background, Natasha. Who else is here? Actually, that's me. Out on YouTube, I guess they're counting me as a watcher also. So I'm just waiting on some of my regulars to come in. Had a lot of people this afternoon, which was surprising. I think I had max was 15, which I'm used to 5, 6, 7. So that was interesting. I just got on the share the air list for the RVers, so that'll help I think a little bit as I keep this schedule going, which is Tuesday at 9 a.m., Thursday at 9 a.m., Wednesday at 2 p.m., and Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So tonight's going to, like I say, going to be a mixed bag. I've got some pictures of stained glass I've made. I've got some sand etching I've done. Lots of other stuff. I don't know if I've got my... Yeah, let's switch over to the weather here, because we're getting ready to have some thunderstorms come through. And there we go. And I'm right about here where the arrow is. And you can see all this thunderstorms building up here. And it looks like it's going to go north of me, hopefully. But we've got more stuff coming in back here, as you can see. And this is heading a little bit further south, so that's okay. It's going down this way. So we're expecting some rain, even through the weekend. So that's this is live right here, right now. And so it looks like the thunderstorms are going to go north of me. I'm down here. So it's raining right now, but not much. So again, I'm using OBS Studio. It's a free program. It has a medium learning curve, but I like it because I can do so much more with it. The only thing I can't do right at the moment is bring people up on a panel, which I'm going to be working on that. So hopefully people will come up by using Zoom or Skype, and that way I can capture that Skype window or Zoom window. I just have to do it in the background while I'm doing it. I'm going to have to learn how to do that. I'm not sure how to do it quite yet. I've been watching a lot of videos on OBS, and I got the green screen going here, gone, which is nice. Let me pull up a little bit here. So what's going on, Norris? What's going on, Natasha? Anything in particular? Anything you having fun with? When I get back over here, I'm going to pull up my website. And this is my website here. And let me get over here. It's a little bit out. There we go. Just moved it over a little bit so you can see it easier. And on, I have the home page plus my solar layout. This is my solar layout I'm working on for the shuttle. I did have just a single solar panel and one battery, and because these panels come with a controller, but they're very inexpensive controllers. So I've been working on this layout for a week or so, trying to get all my fuses in the right spots and the right sizes, researching it. So that's some of the things I've been doing. Let me go over to here to YouTube. If I can get there from here. I don't know if I can get there from here now. That's weird. That's weird. Huh. I can't get to where I want to go for some reason. Hang on just a sec. Okay. That's weird. Now I forgot what I was looking for. This train has definitely gone off the track. I was looking for something, but I can't remember what it was. I was going to show. Oh well. Doesn't matter. Oh, I know what I was going to do. We've got 3 in the house now. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button, please. I was going to go back over here to YouTube and my live stream. There it is. Finally. Got 3 in the house. Got 1 thumbs up. I'm going to get back to OBS. Here we go. Yeah, at 12 o'clock I'd be winding down too. I usually go to bed around 11 and get up at 6:30-ish, 7, and then start my day. But guess what is coming up here soon for us? I'm going to celebrate. Yep, that's coming up soon. They've already been starting to fire off firecrackers around here the last couple days. If I go offline, it's because of that storm coming in. It's knocking the power out or something. I'm hardwired into a modem right now. Which, trying to do a Wi-Fi is just too rough. Ah, all the pubs are open. I'd love to go to an authentic English pub. It's on my bucket list, but I don't know. I got a lot of things on the bucket list. Most of them are here in the U.S. So how is your daughter doing? I think it's a daughter, right? Like I said, the older I get, the less I remember. Let me see what's coming up here on oh, this is something you might like, Natasha. Let me bring it up for you. This is a about a 12-inch long vase, wherever you're from, and I've sand etched that lighthouse design right into the surface, so it's permanent. And you can actually feel the edges. I keep forgetting about this lag. When I ask you a question, it takes about a minute or so. 2.5 years old. Oh, it's getting towards the terrible 3s, huh? The last time you were on that I caught your stream, she looked like she could be a handful. So anyway, this is sand etched right in the surface. I don't do sand etching anymore because I don't have any place for a compressor. I'm thinking about getting a small pancake compressor and a different kind of sandblaster. One that recycles the sand in the handheld piece. That way I could just lay it on there, it would blast it and then recapture the sand. Or aluminum oxide, whichever I decide to use. Aluminum oxide gives a little smoother background and sand gives a little rougher background. So that's just some of the stuff I do. Yeah, I tried the etching cream, but you've got to get it really on thick and it will run on you. And if it's not thick enough, what it does, it comes out splotchy. And whereas the sand etching, I can actually cut right through the side of that glass sand etching. I can make it deep, and I can do different layers of sand etching. Yeah, I've tried it, but I like the sand etching better. I do the same thing, cut the vinyl and stick on there, and then use a sand blaster with only about 30 to 40 psi, so it doesn't eat up the vinyl. Thanks. Yeah, well, I cut everything on the computer, the vinyl, and just lay it down. But that one was tough because you had all those little tiny blocks at the bottom. Now we got 4 in the house. Thanks for stopping in. Please hit that thumbs up button. I'm just showing some of the stuff I've done. This is a sand etched vase or vase, depending on where you're from. Let me come back here. Yeah, on the cream, I just myself personally, I didn't like it because on a curved surface like that, it has a tendency to run, and if you get it outside your design, then it will leave a mark, as with sandblasting. Let's see, I'm going to go up here, pull up something else. We're going to have a roll call later when we get a few people in here. Here's something that I did. It's a circle with has a lead ring on it. It's a Harley-Davidson logo. What I did is I did the logo in reverse and sand etched it on the back side, so the front side was perfectly smooth. The good thing about the etching, whether you use the cream or sand etching, is it's permanent. You can't wash it off. Like decals, if you put just a decal on there, eventually it would come off. So that's one of the things I used to do. The top right hand corner, you can see a little bit of piece of a stained glass. I used to do stained glass too, but I just don't have the room and have nothing to carry it because that glass is heavy when you have a bunch of pieces. So who just came in? Number 4. I know Norris is in here. Natasha's here. It's counting me. So there's got to be somebody else. Share this out on your social media if you would, the stream. Maybe we'll pick up a few more people. Wednesday nights are usually kind of slow. Okay, thanks for stopping in, Natasha. Appreciate it. And we'll catch you next time. Hey, Jen. Welcome, welcome. Okay, Natasha. Have a good night. Yeah, this is a mishmash tonight. Just a bunch of different stuff. I've got some of my stained glass up here that I'm going to show. Let's see. Let's go over to see what we're doing here. We've got a storm coming in, which is not too bad. Let me see if I can get this to come up a little better. That's better. There we go. And you can see I'm right in, almost in the path of these thunderstorms, but it looks like they're starting to fade out a little bit because the intercoastal waterway comes right up through here, and storms coming across that seem to die out. That's going okay here. Still marching towards that 2K. One day I'll be up to 18 or 90 something, and next day I'll be down to 1845, 50. I just don't know how that works. So I'm going to keep working at it. And I do have some smaller videos falling off because I'm past the 365-day mark. That was May 12th, I think. So I've got stuff falling off, so I've got to keep doing twice as much now to start keep moving forward. So that's why I'm at 9 a.m. Tuesdays and Thursdays, 2 p.m. Wednesday, and 7 p.m. Wednesday. Had a good crowd at 2 p.m. today, 15 or 16 people, which was nice. Some new people came in. Picked up one new subscriber, Travel Chick 56. And I did channel shoutouts. And I only got through 8 of them in the 1 hour time slot. So I'll just move them to next Wednesday, the other 2, and continue on. People seem to like to see other people's channels and see what's up. Well, YouTube has a 365-day sliding time frame. So anything 366 days ago does not count towards your monetization in that 365 days. It just falls off. It's still there. If you hit lifetime, it's still there, but with a 365-day sliding scale, anything 366 doesn't count towards your monetization at all. So that's why I have to do twice as much to counteract what's falling off. And first or second week in August is when I have much larger watch hour videos. I'm not going to make the 4K by then. And I appreciate all the rerunning of the videos, but it didn't add anything at all. Only if you view a new one that you hadn't viewed before. It used to be way back when you could run them, over and over and over again. But when Google took over, they stopped that. So I just uploaded a new live, 2 new lives, 1 video, and then there'll be this one and tomorrow's. So it'll be 4 or 5 new ones, which I haven't placed yet. I've got to place them in my playlists. I'm almost 100 hours in my full list, probably over that now, once I place these 3 or 4 in there in my full playlist. So I've got some other people running it too. Keep plugging away. One of these days I'll make it. But then I got to keep 4,000 hours within that 365-day sliding scale. I don't think they do. I don't think they do, because they're off that 365. It adds to lifetime, but it doesn't add to that 365 block, 365-day block. It will add to the lifetime. But once I reach 4K, say I reach 4K, let's say September. From that September on, I have to keep 4K. So if I drop off 50 watch hours, HD. We're gonna have we just had a little crash here. Hang on. HD, over there. Come. Go with that. My green screen came tumbling down, which is not a problem. It's lightweight. Lay down. There we go. I'm back. HD had another emergency at the 2-hour live stream. There's a round table out there, a tiny one for kids with metal chairs that have metal rod backs. Somehow he got his harness caught in one of the tops of those chairs, and he came roaring in here. Sounded like a freight train coming through. And I looked around, and he's dragging this chair. I don't know how he got it hooked into his harness, but everybody in chat was saying, "What's all that noise?" It was a lot of noise. Did you see, let me bring this one up. Did you see this, Jen, or was this before you came in? Whoops, what's up with that? Well, let me fix that. For some reason, if you fix one, they all change. Don't know why. Maybe because it's not locked. There we go. Really? Yeah, that's a 12-inch tall vase, and I sand etched that design right into it. Now we got 5 in the house. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button, please, and share the stream out. I'll be on tonight till 9 o'clock Eastern. And for people that just came in, almost had a minor tragedy. My HD moved and toppled over my green screen behind me. I think I have a video somewhere of the green screen, how I built it out of PVC for about $20 total for green screen, PVC, and everything. And you can take it apart and store it in the corner when you're not using it. You can take it outside, whatever you want to do with it. Yeah, that's just a sand etched base. This design is etched right into the surface, so you can't wash it off. And like I say, tonight's going to be kind of a mishmash of different stuff. And this one I did, I actually sand etched this on the back side so that the front side was smooth. And you can see a little piece of stained glass up there on the right hand side. Well, that's I've got a few of my stained glass pieces. That I'll be bringing up shortly. Oh, and if you weren't here, this is coming up. Not too long from now. It's supposed to rain, so that's going to squash it a little bit. So how's it going out there in California? How's your weather? We've gotten over 12 inches over normal for last month here. So we've had plenty of rain. We don't need any for a week. It's raining right now, actually. I was going to set up my second camera and just point it out the window, but it's so bleak and raining, and dark. I got to check on the weather. We might get a little thunder here and there. Maybe. When I went to Arizona last year, oh man, my nose was cracking and everything else. It was so dry. Rachel loves Disney. How you doing, Rachel? Thanks for stopping in. Haven't seen you in a while. How's things going? We're doing a little show and tell tonight. I'm using OBS, the OBS Studio, which is a free streaming software, and it streams and records at the same time. You can record without streaming and then edit, which I haven't done yet, but I'm going to. And it's got a learning curve to it, a medium learning curve. So I'm still learning it, still learning lots of stuff. I keep watching videos on it, hoping that I'll get better at it. I can't bring people up on a panel per se, but I can capture a window if somebody wants to come up by using Zoom or Skype. I haven't done it yet, but I'm researching that next so I can bring people up. And I'll have a a main screen that will be strictly for that. Well, good to hear. How many have you got now? Wow. That's a good goal. I think you can do it. Well, I've been doing a lot more live. Rachel, my schedule now is Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9 a.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. Wednesdays. Trying to get my watch hours up. So if you haven't watched my videos or my playlists, I would appreciate it, because I'm trying to get to that 4K. I'm not quite halfway there yet, but getting close. And please hit the thumbs up button. How many videos do you have on your channel? I know last time you were in, I think you were working on them then too, if I remember right. Meet at Home with Jen, she's in California. Norris Dabney is in the background hiding somewhere. I think he's from Texas. I can't remember. Either Texas, yeah, I think he's Texas. I'm not sure. Natasha Matters was in earlier. It's 12 o'clock. She's in the UK. And her daughter just woke up, so she had to go. And we're having a thunderstorm here. I can hear it starting to thunder a little bit. Let me get over here and pull this up. And yeah, it's getting a little closer. And it looks like there's one coming in right behind it, right here. So we may be getting freight trained with thunderstorms for the night. We're over 12 inches above normal. I got a picture here. It's a piece of one of the first pieces of stained glass I ever did. This was one of the first pieces I ever used or made using what's called glass nuggets. They're a half round, well, somewhat round glass nugget. So this is one of the first ones I ever made. As I was learning, I taught myself how to do stained glass. Wow, you've got a lot now. Good for you. I think last time we talked you had like 20, maybe 25. Last time I saw you. I haven't been to your channel in a while. I think I've been unsubscribed by YouTube. YouTube unsubscribes people, and you don't know it until you talk to them or they come into one of your streams and stuff. So I'll definitely double check to make sure. I've got I think 130 so far, and I've got over 100-hour playlist, plus I've got some 20-hour playlists, and I've got some playlists that are 6 to 11 hours. I'll be going till 9 o'clock Eastern, so 6 your time. And we've got 4 in the house. If you would also post out on your social media, post the stream out like you normally do, I would appreciate it. And we'll see who else comes in. All right, let's see what else we got here. Let's see what's up here. Ah, here's a butterfly I did. If you look at the design in the glass and the wings. Okay, I'll see you when you get back. I've got 2 hours to do that. 1 hour this afternoon at 2 o'clock. That went by like about 5 minutes. I was doing channel shoutouts, and he just went by quick. Where are you, Rachel? What's your... Oh, also, if you would, please type in numbers. YouTube is getting weird about all that stuff again. Just type in numbers if you would, instead of numerals. I'd appreciate it. And if you, Rachel, if you see that block that's above my head, whoops, let me get back to it so you can see it. See that block above my head? That's YouTube channel logos. So if you'd like your logo just to pop up there so people can see it, send it to me. My email address is in the About page, and I'll stick you up in there with all the other YouTubers. Yeah, spell out like 100, like 10 would be TEN, you know. Now you could do, if you say you're NINEHUNDRED, 900, you can put, you know. Oh, did you send it to me? Yes, you did. Okay, I'm sorry, you did. I'm mixing you up with somebody else that says they love Disney. Can't remember their first name. Yeah, I've been working on that. I'm trying to get it to show up really well. So I tried putting a halo around it and some other stuff. And then I had to get back to work on the condo, so I'll get that up there before the next live, which will be tomorrow. Let's see, what else have we got up here? I don't want to run out of time. All right, this, you know, the little tea candles that you buy in the store, that about 1 inch in diameter, 1/2 inch thick. How many are you away from what? How many subs do you have, and how many watch hours? Again, type the numbers in if you would. This is a 6-sided tea candle holder, and when you light it, it glows like crazy. Used to make a lot of those. Get away. There we go. So let's see, I've been on for 38 minutes. Now that 38 minutes seems like a long time. Whereas, like say, this afternoon, an hour felt like 5 minutes. Let me see. Yeah, I think you said you had 90 videos. I'm looking back to see if I missed it. I'm still looking back and rereading. At 49, okay. All right. You may have just picked up another one from At Home with Jen. She'll take a look at your channel. 439, okay. 439. You're close. The first 500 is the toughest. I'm at 11 something. And the first 500 is the toughest. The second 500 wasn't too bad, but after 1,000, it just seems to slow down again. I don't know what it is. See, we've got 5 in the house, and it's counting me also. Yeah, after that 500, it'll go a little smoother. Because the more you get, the more people get to see your videos, and more start to watch. And Disney theme usually has a lot of people watching that. Not as many people watch shuttle conversions and condo remodels. You've got 439, so you got 61 to go. Hey, Amy McFarland, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. All right, thanks. I appreciate it. I'll be going till 9 o'clock Eastern time tonight, and showing some stained glass and stuff I did, and some signs and stuff that I do, things I do, and keeping an eye on the weather. We got the thunderstorms heading in, so if I go offline, it's because we lost the net. And let's see, what else do we have up here? All kinds of stuff. Here's a, whoops, there it goes. Here's another tea candle holder. You light your tea candle, drop it in. Okay, Rachel, I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping. So I'm showing some of the old stained glass I used to make. I do sand etching and stuff like that, and I don't know why these 2-hour sessions seem to be tougher. Okay, let me go shut that off because I thought I had it shut off. So let me find it over here in the sources, and I'll definitely try and get that loop off. All right, thank you, Rachel. I appreciate it. Let me see if this is it. Yeah, I think I got it. Let it go through its loop before I come back. Yeah, I wasn't looking at that part. I was watching the monitor more up front. There we go. How's this? How's that look for you, Amy? Is that better? Let's see. I'm going to be looking up here. Here's one of the butterflies I made. I did stained glass for a couple years, and I wish I could keep doing it, but the glass is so heavy I just can't take it with me. A lot of this is the first ones I did, so they're not perfect, but they still came out pretty nice, considering. Now, of course, that's real lead that outlines all the glass. And all right, thanks for the suggestion. Like I said, I thought I had stopped that, but I wasn't watching. I was watching everything else but that. I'm using OBS Studio, so I have tons of stuff to look at while I'm here. This is one of my Christmas theme. Some holly leaves and berries. And it's upside down, but that's okay, because there's the hanger right there. And I use some what's called glass nuggets. They're supposed to be round, but they never, I don't think I've found 20 that were round. So like I was saying, for some reason these 2-hour streams seem tougher than the 1 hour. But I was doing channel shoutouts at 2 o'clock this afternoon, and that helped a lot. And I'm hearing the thunder getting closer. So again, if I go offline, it's because we've lost the net. And let's see, it's oh no. Oh well. I accidentally erased it. Double clicked on it. That's not good. Let me go see if I can get it back. Which I can right over here. I'm looking up because my screen is up here, my second screen, second monitor. So there we go. Got it back. And this is what's happening with me. We got this little train of thunderstorms coming through, and I'm right, let me pull it up a little bit. There we go. I'm right about here where that pointer is. There's a bridge right here. That's the intercoastal waterway, and I'm right there. So we might get this one right here. We'll soon see. And HD hates thunderstorms. That's the only thing that bothers him. Nothing else bothers him. You know, shooting a gun, circular saws, anything loud doesn't bother him. Just thunderstorms. I think it's from the pressure wave, from the lightning. I'm not sure. But he's laying here right beside my chair. He's not going anywhere now. He heard the thunder. Actually, he hears it before I do. I can always tell when the thunderstorm's coming in up because he'll come trotting over and lay down right beside me. Amy, we've got Rachel Loves Disney, which is a pretty nice channel. At Home with Jen, another nice channel. Natasha Matters was in here. She's in the UK. She's a crafty person. She has a nice channel too. Check them out. And like I said, at 2 o'clock today I was doing channel shoutouts. I had 10 and only got through 8, so I'll transfer 2 over next Wednesday. Alright, let's see, where was I up here? That one, that one, that one. I have about 20 tabs open. How I got started in stained glass. I used to do what's called faux glass, faux stained glass. These are actually half round pieces of lead that are sticky on the back. This is a 12 by 12 beveled mirror. So I would sand etch this surface, and this is vinyl graphics, and this is vinyl. And so I would do what's called faux stained glass before I got into stained glass. I sold a lot of these. Actually still have this one right here, hanging up here in the condo. And here's another one. That's a borzoi. And again, using this sand etching this, which gave a good surface for this vinyl to stick. I've been in the sign industry since 1974. 1993 with a computer. I've done large format digital printing along with standard vinyl cutting. I have a 2-foot vinyl cutter that I carry in my shuttle bus and do signs on the road. I'm saving up for another large format full color digital printer, which is around $5 grand, so I can start doing full color pictures instead of just spot color with vinyl lettering. So that's on my list to do. I'm working on my shuttle bus upgrading. Okay, for some reason that's not coming up. There it goes. Ah, did it again. This OBS is something else. Let me see if I can bring that up again. I'm going to have to see if I can get it back again for you. I'm looking, but I don't see it. Let's see, it's BitChute. I don't know if you know what BitChute is, B-I-T-C-H-U-T-E. That's a good place to put your videos in case something happens to YouTube. Not yet. I'm in OBS Studio. There is a way, but I haven't learned how to do it yet since I'm still learning OBS. You'd have to contact me via Zoom or Skype, and then I can capture that window and bring you up that way. And I'm working on learning that right now. I'm having trouble with StreamYard and Google. I used to be able to share screens. I can in StreamYard, I can bring people up on panel. But as far as sharing a screen with Google, it won't let me. It keeps shutting Google down. So I went over to Firefox. It will let me share screens, but it doesn't recognize a green screen. So OBS is a full-featured stream production software, but it's got a larger learning curve. So I'm working on that. I'm going to get that hopefully in the next week or so. Get that figured out and get it tested, and then I'll have one page, which is called one scene, strictly for that. And I'll have to do it on the fly, like I'm doing right now in the background. In the background, I'm doing some other stuff while I'm talking and showing this part of it. But I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it yet. That'll be nice. And you know, StreamYard now has the mobile app, which you can do everything on your phone that you can do on the computer-based StreamYard. With Zoom or Skype. But again, I don't have it set up and don't know the exact steps to do it yet. But I am going to learn it in the next week. Now that the condo is about 99.9% done, I can spend a little more time getting this stuff figured out. And then next week, I'm getting back on the shuttle bus and I'm going to start doing some remodeling on that, getting it ready to go to Annapolis, Maryland in about 3 weeks. And then come back here and get it finished and get ready to go to the van build in Georgia in October. My accent's coming through. In October. And then out to Arizona for all the festivals out there. Dome Rock, Boondocking, RTR, Schoolie-Paloozie, and some others. I've got to, next Wednesday I'm going to have a page set up where I can show you what I'm looking at. And it's just a screen capture. And it's complex, no doubt about that, but it does so much more. You know, I can switch scenes just by clicking on something. Like this, that's just another scene I've got that I used for something else earlier. And then you know, you put seasonal stuff up just with a click of the button, double click, and we can do things like that. You have to pre-make these and you put them into your scenes, and then you do the things in the sources. Like that roll call, I've got roll call 1, which is the source that actually, it's the video that does that. Well, no problem, Jen. Amy McFarland is in, the off-grid empath. She's got a great channel. Everybody comes in here that has a great channel. And I can also bring up videos like this is the Condo's newest pet. And so I can bring that up with sound. Not much sound in this particular one, but that's Grunt. Everybody seems to like Grunt. They always want to see him.
Grunt. Grunt. Photo hog.
So with OBS, you can do all this and more. You can do PNG files.
Grunt. 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 Loves to play.
He's a photo hog, all right. And it's surprising how clean they are. They don't smell. Now I forgot what I was talking about. The Grunster. So, oh yeah, I was talking about the PNG files. If you know how to do graphics using PNG files, I can bring up. If this was just a photograph, this would be a PNG. It has no background on it, a transparent background. And I'm going to be making more screens and stuff like that as I go. And the scene collection, I have a scene collection. So I have, this one's called the, what is this one called? This one's called the Shuttle Bus Broadcast, which I'm going to save it as a Wednesday stream. I've got a shout out scene that I did this afternoon, silent stream, Aquaponics Garden Live 1 and 2, and each one has different scenes and sources in it. So you don't have to have this one big scene and source that's got 100 or 200 tabs in there to click on, because you couldn't keep track of it. So breaking it up into scenes makes it nice and easy, because everything in each scene is just what you need for that particular broadcast. So that's all I'm still learning all that. So let's see, we've been on for almost an hour. Wow, this last half hour went pretty quick. So if you're thinking about using it, Amy, you can do a lot more with it, and it's free, which is nice. I mean, it's very robust and free. I just can't see paying, what is it, $12 a month for StreamYard, and it's very limited, except for the panel. The panel is, is great. I wish OBS would do something like that, make it easy. But the one video I watched, the guy made it look easy. And I've watched a couple of videos on how to get rid of the background here and green screen like this, chroma key it out. And one guy I watched 3 times and still couldn't get it. Then I watched another guy and took 2 minutes to get it. So it all depends on how, how they explain it. But there's tons and tons and tons of videos on OBS. There's 15, 20 people doing it. Nick Neiman is a good one. And I've got 3 or 4 others that I watch. And every time I decide or think about doing something, I don't know how to do it, I just hit YouTube and type it in. And it usually comes up pretty well. Yeah, it fits mine for the paneling, but since I had the problem with Google not letting me share a screen and Firefox not recognizing green screens, the last time I did it with Firefox I had an orange screen. So I just want more versatility, I think. Being able to bring these up quick and easy, and go through anything I want to go through on it. Let's see, it's because right here, because I can bring up, see, I can even do a slideshow. Like this is my shuttle bus slideshow. And see, all I have to do is set a hotkey, and I can corral between the JPEGs. And as you're going, you can do narrative over top of it. And so, like I said, I like a little more versatility. And you can set different transitions from a quick just cut to fades to smears and all that stuff. And you can also record, which you can in StreamYard too, but you have to record it to YouTube. Here I can record it to my hard drive and drop that recording into my editing software and finish it there. Whereas if you do it with StreamYard, it only records, I believe, to YouTube. Then you'd have to download it, make it private so nobody else could see it, download it, and edit it. It's just one less step. But I'm going to make up a source here tomorrow, hopefully before I go in at 9 o'clock, go live 9 o'clock, and show this screen. A lot of people have been asking what it looks like. I have a preview screen on the left and the live screen on the right, all my audio mixers down the middle, a box for scenes and a box for sources that are inside each scene. And then I have another box that lets me know when somebody subscribes to me. So, this has got lots of nice little widgets. Like, there's 5 people in the stream right now. And there's a lot more widgets I haven't set up yet. So, it's... The only thing I don't like about it is the screens are so small that I can't read the ticker down there. I have to zip over to YouTube, which I have up and running. Go down and see which ticker I have. That's the one for exchanging stickers. I've got about 20 or 22 stickers I've exchanged with people. So if you want to exchange a sticker, if you have one, just let me know. My address is in the About page. And if you look at that box above my head, I'm putting people's logos in there and letting that stream as I go. So if you'd like your logo, just send it to me. My email address is in the About page also. Alright, let's see. Still got 5, and I didn't look. I need to look. Let's see how many thumbs up we've got. Got 7 thumbs up. Okay, I can deal with that. I had 15 or 16 people at 2 o'clock this afternoon. I was doing channel shoutouts. And actually, I think 4 or 5 people made connections. I got a few more people, which is nice. Alright, here's my mailbox I built years ago. And it was up until some idiot ran over it. Tore it all to pieces. Yeah, I'm working on that too. I've got a lot to work on. Trying to think. Oh, you can go to my web page, my Facebook web page. No, my regular web page, and I've got all those on there with names also. But I'm trying to figure out how to get the name to pop up with the logo right at the moment. I can edit them and add it on top. I may do that. There's lots of little things I'm working on. It's just how it is. There was so much to learn on this thing. I mean, this is a professional streaming software, so there's tons and tons to learn. Oh, if you see me looking up, it's because my monitor is up here. Oh, here's an old picture. I used to have my own sign company. I had it for over 15 years. And then the economy crashed, and I started working for other sign companies. And those all crashed. So I decided to retire and build a shuttle bus that hauls all my sign making equipment with me, and I make signs on the road. Yeah, I'm looking at both ways to see if I can get something to pop up at the same time or add it to it somehow. But these are just some of the bigger YouTube channels, because I've only got one or two of the channels that I really follow. I just stuck those in there because I had them. What explains the techie side of me? I'm a sign maker. Hey, Sheriff Buford T. Cletus. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. We're doing a little bit of show and tell, chatting. We've got Amy McFarlane in here. Great channel. We've got At Home with Jen, another great channel. We had Rachel Loves Disney. I think she's still here, but she's doing some other stuff. And we had, let's see, who else did we have? I know who we had. Natasha Matters. She's in the UK. Check out their channels. See if you like them. Please be sure to hit that thumbs up button. I'm running OBS Studio, which I'm new to, so I'm still learning. And I should bring this up every time I get a new person to my stream. And then I'll come back with a pop-up saying new person or something. Again, we're doing a little bit of show and tell. I was just showing my mailbox that I built, designed and built, which I can bring back up. I've been in the sign industry since 1974. Started off hand lettering and then went to a computer in 93 and then kept upgrading ever since. That's true. Yeah, that's definitely true. It's supposed to rain here, so that's going to squash anything. We've already got people setting off fireworks here, which is kind of nice. The fireworks don't bother HD, my German Shepherd, but the thunder does. HD, I'm sleeping? He's over here, right beside me. Let's see. This next picture is quite an old one. And it was chilly that day, I think, if I remember right. Well, thanks. Appreciate it. It was up there about 6 months, and some idiot texting on his phone on a straight road took it down, tore it all to pieces. Tore his car up, too. But he drove off, so I didn't get a chance to get his license plate number. I'm going to make him pay for it. That's a $250 mailbox. This is a trailer I did years and years ago when I finally got my full color digital printer, so I could do everything in full color. Yeah, HD will sleep through anything except thunder. I don't know what it is with thunder. Maybe it's a pressure wave coming from the lightning bolt, because that's what creates the thunder, is the pressure wave. But I know when thunder's coming before I can hear it, because he hears it 5 minutes before at least. Anyway, this trailer was a lot of fun to do. It was kind of chilly that day, hard to get to. Yeah, I was here in North Carolina, but I was in the Air Force, and I did graphics for the generals, Vietnam era, and so I've been in graphics since high school. Actually, took art classes and all that stuff, and yeah, I do it from start to finish. The design, logo design. Here, let me pull this up, and now I take my equipment with me on the road and do it on the road. I gotta get that song to fade off. Yeah, I create them. I used to have a full color digital printer, which you'll see coming up here shortly, and it was a 30-inch. And speaking of applying, we did a lot of stuff like this. Wrap the whole van. That was a job and a half. And that was way back before they had the really, really, really nice vinyls. You had to heat this stuff up and stretch it like crazy. And that was the completed van. And it was wrapped bumper to bumper. It took 2 days to do that, plus 2 days printing. It comes all the way up here to the top. That was a job and a half, let me tell you. Oh yeah, and people don't realize it, but if you've got enough stuff in that design, you can cut and insert pieces. You know, if you rip something, you don't have to do the whole thing over again. You can just reprint that section and stick it on, and you don't even hardly see it. I was talking to one guy, he was doing contests on wraps, and he won first place. And the whole van was nothing but patches. He didn't do it in, full strips, just patches. I used to have a picture of my truck that I did a partial wrap on. I don't know if I've still got that. I'm going to have to dig that up, I think. Yeah, that's a couple days solid work. We're talking not 8-hour days, we're talking 12-hour days to do that. Yeah, and here's the digital printer, full color digital printer I had. I'm going to be getting another one. Let's see, can I zoom in? No, can't zoom on that picture. I have just a straight vinyl cutter right now. That's the one I had when I had my sign company. And I'm going to get another one, but it's going to be a 24-inch one. That's why I'm going to be doing some modification to my shuttle bus. I'm going to have to swap all the cabinets from the driver's side to the passenger side. If you haven't watched my videos on the shuttle conversion, take a look at that. You can see me actually build everything from scratch. It's all right. I had a cough there. And so you can see these were just printed out full color. I enjoy doing that a lot. So when I get my new printer, I'll be able to produce my own stickers. And I produce my own business cards right now and laminate them because I have a laminator. I have a t-shirt machine. I do simple t-shirts. I'll be able to do more complex t-shirts when I get my full color printer. And I also have a 24-inch laminator plus the computer plus my regular printer plus all my supplies in the shuttle bus. It was purpose built to carry all that stuff so I could do signs on the road. Helps pay for the gas money because I only get about 11 miles a gallon with that. Yeah, this fan on my laptop is loud, and there's a fan out in the other room running. Sorry about that, but I can't do a thing about it, unfortunately. I don't know why this fan is so loud. I think I'm going to have to open the back up. Maybe it's got some dust on it or something. Yeah, it's very loud. There's a way in here that I can take out that background noise. I just started learning about that the other day, so I'm working on that too. It's just, you can teach old dogs new tricks, but it takes a lot longer. So anyway, here is my, no, it's this thing here. This is a new printer cutter I want. The problem is it's over a foot longer than the vinyl cutter I have, and it's about 8 or 9 inches wider. So that means I'm going to have to take out the top cabinets where my Murphy table is and redesign that and rebuild it before I go to Arizona in October, which is no big deal. It'll take me about a week to swap everything over, then another few days to swap the wiring at the same time, and it's a matter of weight distribution. I'm trying to get better weight distribution because the driver's side was about 3/4 of an inch lower than the passenger side on the back wheels. So I'm going to get the weight distribution up a little bit better. So that's the new printer cutter, and it's right at $5,000 on sale. I had a 64-inch cutter that was over $17,000 when I had my sign company. It was getting old. I was getting old, so I sold it. Sign company too. Now that I'm a nomad, I'm not full-time. I'm 6 months on and 6 months off because I come back here to Wilmington, North Carolina to get my vegetable gardens going. And so I hang around here and make more money to get back on the road again next October. There may be a point I go full-time, but that wouldn't be until after HD was gone. So let's see. Here's one of the logos I designed for one of the beaches here. Whoops, let me fix that. For some reason, some of these things just don't fit right. I don't know why. That's something I'm going to learn. I've got to figure out why it's not getting exactly right. Yeah, that's better. And this is a digital print done with a 3D effect. I like doing stuff like this. I used to enter logo contests. I won a few. I made over $1,000. But it takes a long time because you do a logo, and if the customer likes your logo, then they ask for a change, and you make the change, and they ask for another change. And sometimes you do 10, 15 changes, and sometimes it would take 10 hours a day to do 2 logos. But I won a few, so I was happy. Let's see, we've been on for 1 hour, 19 minutes. When I do a logo for a customer, I just don't do one design. I give them several, like this right here for Parks Trucking Company. I gave them several different designs to pick from, and then if they don't like any of them, then I say, well, we can mix and match. My problem is the older I get, the less creative I seem to get. I don't know if it's just old age or what, but so there's 4 renditions of the same name. And I keep coming back to here because I had the 2 o'clock live stream for an hour, so I didn't have a whole lot of time to get this stream set up. And I do a lot of license plates, and when I did that, oh, we got 8 in the house. Wow, it snuck in on me. This is one of the full color digital prints. This is a license plate. You make the overlay and then you stick it on the license plate and cut out the holes and stick it on your car. So I think I've got another one here. Yeah, another license plate. So that's what you can do with a full color digital printer as opposed to just a standard vinyl color. Thanks, Amy, appreciate it. Now I've got some of the stained glass I did. I did stained glass for a couple years, self-taught, and I enjoyed it. The only problem is it's not if you get cut by the glass, it's when. You definitely will get cut by the glass more than once, and you'll be cutting a piece, and snapping it, and then taking the grinder to refine it, and it'll break. So you got to cut another one, which is always fun. So this one, I have to explain this one. I like watching programs like on the Mayans and ancient pyramids, etc., etc. Well, this one is a Mayan chest plate design that I converted and made it in stained glass. So this looks just like a Mayan chest plate that the kings wore, which was a lot of fun to make. Let's see what else we got. Oh, this was a cute one. Whoops, I lost it. I double click on this stuff and I lose it. Anyway, this is an abstract poinsettia for Christmas that I designed up. This is a diamond here in the middle, and these were beveled. And this texture you see, there's a screen back there. So the screen is coming through for that texture. It's normally just clear glass. I didn't think about it when I was taking those pictures. And this one I really, really liked. It's using some flat iridescent glass with a texture on it, and then using what's called wow, it just left me. Glass droplets. Wow, that's terrible. I hate getting old, but I hated to sell this one, but somebody made me too good of an offer. Yeah, I really like that one too, and that's setting on a black background. And if you see it, I've got 2 lights lighting it up. I also do product photography. Some of these pictures you wouldn't know it, but some you would. That's only when I get my Nikon out and take pictures. Oh, and of course, do things like an elephant with different circles on it. And each piece of glass, of course, you have to cut individually from a pattern. I sold a lot of those. This one is a shell that I made. It's an iridescent glass, and when the light hits it just right, you get all these colors, which is really, really wild. Alright, I've got a few more, but we're running out of time. I mean, running out of pictures here. So I used to do stained glass. I'd love to do it again, but the problem is the glass is so heavy and you have to have so many different colors, plus the lead. Everything around each piece of glass is lead, plus your solder, plus your soldering iron, all that stuff. I really, really enjoyed it, but I just can't carry it with me. Even with a bigger shuttle bus getting 7-8 miles a gallon, I still couldn't carry it all. So much stuff. Well, thanks, Amy. I really, really appreciate you coming in. And tell your friends to watch the replay. I'm trying to build up my watch hours. I'm right about 2,000, getting close to 2,000. Still need 2,000 more. So I'm trying to get that built up. And I'll catch you in one of the other feeds. My schedule is 9 o'clock a.m. Tuesdays and Thursdays, 2 p.m. Wednesday, and 7 p.m. Wednesday. So if you can catch any of those, I'd appreciate it. You have a good night. All right, so we're down to 6, no problem. That's about average for a Wednesday night. Let's see what we've got. We've got 9 thumbs up. I appreciate that. And At Home with Jen has shared out my video. I appreciate that too. And if everybody else would share that out, I'd greatly appreciate it. I'm over on YouTube right now. I'm coming back to OBS. And I've got to stop double clicking my tabs because you click it once and it brings it up. You click it twice and it deletes my tab. Here's the people that are in here. I started off before I did stained glass doing what's called faux stained glass. No, I can't enlarge it. This is a 12 by 12 beveled mirror. I came in and sand etched the surface to frost it out. And this lead is actually half round with adhesive on the back. So it sticks. And then I did the vinyl graphics in the middle. So that was a lot of fun. And that led me into real stained glass. And here's another one. That dog is a borzoi. And using the same techniques on a mirror. That's back when I had sandblaster and all the stuff I needed for that. But being in a 97 square foot shuttle, I just can't carry it all with me. I do carry my cutter and my laminator and t-shirt machine. So I can do simple t-shirts right now, and later I'll be able to do much nicer ones. I'm going to go up and see where we're at up here. I'm looking up at another monitor here. Let me see if this is, no wonder. Yep, the thunderstorms are dying down. Here's a live view, and you can see that I'm right in here. So the intercoastal waterway comes right through here and goes up, and when these storms hit the river, for some reason they just die out, which is nice because it doesn't beat us to death. Now, storms coming out of the southeast or the southwest, we get those. And I'm using OBS Studio, learning how to use this, and which allows me to do all this other stuff, green screen and all that. StreamYard does some of this, not everything, but I'm having trouble with StreamYard and Google. It won't let me share screens, and StreamYard and Firefox doesn't recognize the green screen. So I use OBS. I'm learning how to bring people up on a panel here in OBS, which I'll be able to do just like StreamYard, except the people would have to contact me via Zoom or Skype, and then I would have a scene specifically for that. See, I can switch any type of scene, any scene I make up I can switch to in OBS, which is nice. Bring up stuff like this. So OBS does quite a bit of stuff. Hey, welcome back, Jen. Amy had to take off, but I'm not sure if Sheriff Buford T. Cletus is still here. He may be. He's new to the stream. I'm subscribed to him, I think. I was anyway. YouTube is stripping channels of subscribers, so I'll have to go back and check. There's one more I have to check. Rachel loves Disney. I was subscribed to her, and I'm not sure if I still am, but I'm going to check. So, oh man, there's so much OBS can do. You can't learn it in a day. I've been working on it for a couple weeks to get it this far. And only got a couple more pictures, and we've got 1:32. We got about 28 minutes left. And as long as we keep 4 or 5 in the channel, we'll keep going. And I can do some work in the background and bring up more stuff on the fly, which is nice. So I can go up here into my second monitor, and let me see, I'm about to bring over here and bring up my hard drive. My files hard drive, and try and talk and do this at the same time, which I'm not much of a talker to begin with. But there, now I've got my hard drive up on the second monitor, and I can go in and pull up anything I need to if I want to bring up something else. I was looking through the pictures earlier. Didn't have much time between 2 o'clock and 7 o'clock to get this set up, so I thought I had enough, but I keep forgetting this is 2 hours. Yep, he is. I agree. I've been lucky. I've only had one troll, maybe 2, since I've been live streaming. Knock on wood. Usually every channel that comes in here is a good channel. I was looking through here, seeing what else I could find, but this is also my work computer for my sign company, so I have well over 50,000 files. I have a D data drive on this laptop. Then I have an F, G, and H external hard drives that I back up to. So I have actually 4 copies of everything. One is specifically for OBS also, and I've got another one specifically for StreamYard. Well, those two are on the same one. I don't like losing files. I did once many years ago because of my stupidity, and I'm not going to lose them again. So get back to D. Keep trying to talk at the same time. It's like rubbing your belly and patting your head at the same time. It's not always that easy. And I'm just looking for something I can bring up that might be interesting, besides looking at me. Let's see, we got something up here that is, yeah, we'll bring up one more piece of stained glass that I did. I really enjoyed doing this one, and I got good money for this one. As you can see, it's a corner of a window, I guess you could say. It's got the clear glass in it, plus the flowers and the leaves. And with stained glass, you have to turn your pattern to get your stained glass veins going in the right direction. So that was a lot of fun. I think I've got one more, maybe. Oh yeah, one more, that's it. Closing out the others, we just have to chat. So, Sheriff, I don't know what your name is, first name is. I know Jen, I know Rachel, I have a lot of other people that I know, but don't know yours. If you'd be kind enough to let me know what your first name is, I'd appreciate it. I like being on first name basis with everybody I can. My only problem is I may have to have you repeat it every time you come in because, you know, this old age catches up. Brain cells start to die. My memory's not quite as good as it used to be. It's not bad, but it's not great. By next Wednesday, I'm going to have a scene set up so I can show everybody what OBS is. And hopefully I'll have some corner graphics made up and some other stuff. Because you're always trying to make it nicer. Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Because I know, wasn't there a movie character, Buford T. Cletus? So I wasn't sure. All right, that'd be easy to remember. Yeah, here's one of my other scenes I use for something else, and you see it's a little bit different, which makes it nice on OBS. You can have all these scenes, and then inside that scene you have all your sources. And I have different scene collections, you know, different packages, as it were, for each different thing I do. Silent stream, live stream, shout out stream. Instead of having 200 sources or 200 scenes in just this one package, break it up makes it a whole lot easier. So I've been trying to get that all broken up and set up. So there's lots of things I've been trying to do. Did I show that last one? No, I didn't, not yet. Okay. I'm just trying to, as they say in the TV business, stretch it out a little bit, since we've been here 1 hour and 38 minutes. So let's see, what else do I have here? The 2 o'clock hour stream, well, that thing felt like about 5 minutes. And boy, next thing I know, it was ready. It was over. I did 8 out of the 10 channel shoutouts I wanted to do. So I'll just put the other 2 for next week. And I'm trying to look. There's so much to look at in OBS. I really enjoy using it because I can do so much more. But alright, let's see. I'm checking the weather. Yep. Everything's dying down, which is nice. I like that. This picture, there's 3 different tea light candle holders. That I make these up in, you know, it takes about 15 minutes to make one. Yes. Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7, Wednesday at 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. Trying to work on those hours. And I'm out of content for videos, so I'm going to try this week, at the end of this week and this weekend, to do a series on Wilmington, North Carolina beaches. We've got Wrightsville Beach, which is the upper class beach. We've got Carolina Beach, which is the party beach. And we have Curry Beach, which is a laid-back beach. We also have Fort Fisher, which is a Civil War fort. And as a matter of fact, because of all this ridiculous protesting, Raleigh sent a bunch of cannons down to Fort Fisher for storage. Yeah, they're 3 inches tall, and they're, like I say, they've got little tea candles that you light it and drop down into it. Those little round 1-inch tea candles. And they're, I don't think I can, no, yeah, I can zoom. And you can see that the light is on in there. And this one, right here, you can see it's a little bit brighter because I have a mirror back here. I put a mirror behind it, which helps. Yeah, I think I still have a couple of those left. I still got some of the stained glass left I'm going to be putting back up for sale because I can't carry it with me. It's too heavy and too many pieces. And I sell it on Marketplace and eBay sometimes. Alright, let me get up here and see if I can find something else interesting while I'm chatting away here. It's been raining. I heard some thunder for a while, but it looks like the thunder is dying down, which is nice. Yeah, I'm going to have to take a picture right here, which I might do right now while I'm talking about it. Do a wide angle picture, and I can bring that up and show people what I'm looking at. Alright, give me a wide angle. I don't know if I want a wide angle or not. Let me pull it back a little more. Oh, let me get a picture up there, that'd be better. Some picture, any picture. Yeah, let me put that picture up here. There we go, that much more colorful. Alright, got that picture. That way I can show a picture of what's behind the scenes here. And most everybody's seen my custom desk I made for streaming and working. Alright, now I can go back and take a quick look. And I'll say I'm going to set up a source to show this in real time while I'm working on it. The problem is if you do it, you get a mirror effect where it shows each one a little bit smaller, a little bit smaller, a little bit smaller. I got to figure out how to change that. And again, I'm just looking through files. I've got files and files and files and files and folders, hundreds of folders. And oh, do I have any pictures in here? It's interesting. Oh, let me show this. This is in 2014. I went to Belize. No, don't like that one. And yeah. Yep, here it is. I'll show this one. I can show this one. Went to Belize for 2 weeks. It's an American-speaking country, and but it's about the only one down there that speaks English. And this was one of the places we stayed at. This was back in May 2014. And the ocean is just on the other side of that. And I tell you, it's tough getting around that country. It was nothing but a dirt road that led up to all these cabanas and hotels and motels. And when it rained, it was nothing but pure mud. I'll have to dig up some of the videos and stuff. Oh, I've got videos where I went to, pictures where I went to Devil's Tower in 2005. So I guess I got content. I just got to dig it out and work on it. If I can find it. Some of the stuff is 15, 20 years old. Yeah, it was a nice place to stay. They had a nice pool in the back. Hot though. Man, it was hot. And that was not even, middle of summer. It was up in 100, 105 degrees. And it was humid too, because you're right there on the ocean. Caribbean. And Belize has the second longest barrier reef in the world. Australia having the first, the biggest. The culture is a lot of Rasta culture, Rasta culture. A lot of immigrants from Africa, and of course Caribbean. So it's mixed, and everybody speaks English and a second language, at least one second language. And I've got some videos chatting with some of the people, and you have Mayans, actual descendants of Mayans there, and they're about 4 feet to 4'10". They're not very big, and they're actual descendants. And 99% of the houses are built with poured concrete because of the hurricanes. See, this building here is all poured concrete. They pour the pylons first, then they put in plywood with sticks holding the plywood up. Then they pour the floor. Then they pour the next set of pylons or walls. And then they do the same thing for the roof. They might have 200 to 300 sticks in there holding up that plywood. And then they build the plywood walls on the outside to pour, and they build their windows in where they want them. But they're pretty much hurricane proof. All concrete, rebar. Actually, I've been to Belize twice. Oops. Been to Belize twice. Enjoyed both stays. I don't know if I'll ever go back again, but I'd like to. It was a lot of fun. The first time I had to go to, man, forgetting the names of the towns already. I did a year's worth of research before I went. Anyway, went to one of the towns in the mountains, and all the forums that I was in for the Belize forum said don't drive after dark because it's dangerous. Unfortunately, we got stuck in Miami for an hour, then got stuck leaving Miami, got stuck going into Miami, then got stuck leaving Miami, coming out. So we got there really late, so it was 4 hours driving time, and we got there at dusk. It was me and 3 friends, and so we're driving in the dark. So I'm driving up the road, and all of a sudden it looks like a forest fire. The smoke, couldn't even see, barely past the hood. So I'm slowing down. All of a sudden, there's this big box truck right in front of me, burning oil like crazy. Couldn't see a thing. So we're running around that truck. So a little while later, heading up the road, and I see something on the side of the road, and it's a person walking on the side of the road, dressed in black. Dressed in black. Almost hit him. And what they have there is called sleeping policemen. You know what a sleeping policeman is? They have lots of sleeping policemen. Here we call them speed bumps. And you can't see them at night. So if you're doing 40, 50 miles an hour, all of a sudden you're coming into a small village. There's no signs, no nothing, but there's a big hump right there. I hit one. So I started looking closer. And then a little further up the road, an hour or so later, a motorcycle's coming up behind me, went around me like crazy. All of a sudden he disappeared. No tail lights, no brake lights, no nothing. It's amazing. They drive those vehicles down there till they fall apart. They deliver homes on the back of a big truck. Prefab homes. You've got one-lane bridges. So if a truck's coming down with a house, you better get out of the way. It just amazes me. And they'll have, that's what they call them, sleeping policemen. And they'll have, every time you come to a sleeping policeman, kids would run up and want to sell you stuff. You know, bananas or mangoes or oranges. So we started, instead of buying stuff from them, you know, sometimes we would, but we'd give them candy, which they enjoyed more. It's a poor country. What's ruined the country, unfortunately, is the real estate companies from the U.S. have gone down there and bought up all the land. So it's, you know, you used to be able to buy 5 acres for $1,000. Now they've got multi-million-dollar lots on the Caribbean, you know, half-acre lots. You know, it's just too bad. Should have gone about 30 years ago, before everything blew up down there. Well, we got 8 minutes. Well, that chewed up a little time. So I'll be more prepared next Wednesday, I think. Hopefully, anyway. But I had to do put some blinds up between my 2 o'clock and 7 o'clock. Finish that up, and I had to clean up under the cabinets, because I'm getting ready to put some LEDs up there. And that's it. I've done all the paint touch-up and everything else. Everything's done. Yay. I can get back on the shuttle bus. That'll give me some content, doing the shuttle bus, because I'm going to go in and do a walkthrough prior to making these changes. And I've still got to put up some zombie lights on the outside. I've got new electronic stuff to put in. I got to order my batteries. I've got a 3-page list of things I need to do. All the things in red are things I have to do in 3 weeks before I go to Annapolis, Maryland to visit. And when I get back, things in blue are things I have to get done before I go to the van build in Georgia in October. And everything in black is still things I have to do, but they can wait a little longer. So I'm working on that too. So I've been pretty busy, and hopefully I can slow down a little bit in the evenings to do this stuff, the streams and everything else. Yes, my shuttle conversion will morph into a travel vlog. Last year I was in a hurry because I was building it to get to Arizona to all the festivals. Then I had to come back to Texas because of in-law problems that I had. So I had to come back early and pack up all my stuff in Texas and bring it back here to North Carolina. So this year I'm going to be going to Georgia for the van build, Upper Georgia, in October, and then heading out to Arizona for the Dome Rock Boondocking Festival, the RTR, the Schoolie-Paloozie, and a bunch of other festivals. They're having some here in North Carolina, but they're late September and in October, and I just can't go to them here. Maybe next year. we'll see how this band bill goes this year, because Jamie moved it from Parker, Arizona to Upper Georgia. He's got 50 acres up there that he's cleaning now, cleaning it out, opening it up to get 400 or 500 campers in there. My fear is it's going to rain, and that ground hasn't had a chance to settle. It's going to be a muddy mess. Yeah, I'm going to be doing some live streams on the road, some videoing on the road, some live streams out of the shuttle bus. Depends where I've got good signal. I'm going to get VPN, NordVPN, which is like $3 or $4 a month, so I can go on to open Wi-Fi without having to worry about somebody getting into my computer or my phone. Let's see, we've got 4 minutes. So there's a lot in the planning stages, a lot coming up. Again, I'm going to do some stuff around here in the next week or two to get some content up, and hopefully by that time I'll be doing quite a bit in the bus and have more content then too. Yeah, I'm going to be taking my time going out this time, instead of going 600-800 miles a day, or 900 miles in a day. I'll drop it back to 200-300. It'll take me about 2 weeks to get out there, and that way I can take my time and every night go through and find out what kind of things there are to see, attractions to see. I really want to get up to Roswell, New Mexico this year. I didn't get up there last year. Do some videotaping, go to the little alien inn and the museum. They won't let me go to Area 51, unfortunately. Even Skinwalker Ranch, I can't get in there, but I'd like just to go to see it, to get to the front gate. They had a TV series on that here for a while. Travis, the redneck scientist, rocket scientist. Well, I want to do all that stuff, but I have to do it slow because I'm on fixed income, and that's why I'm doing the stuff on the road to help pay for gas and stuff. Right now I'm selling everything I don't need to get all the new upgrades. Right now I have one battery, and it has 105 amp hours, but I can only use 52 amp hours. So my 2 Battleborns will give me quadruple the amp hours, which is nice. I picked up a second suitcase solar, which will double up to 240 watts at 20 amps. So I'm getting it to a point where I can go 4 or 5 days without having to run the generator. And if I get up to 5 batteries, then I won't need a generator at all. Alright, let's see, we're at 1 hour 59 minutes. So we got a minute left to go. I really appreciate everybody that hung in here and has stopped in. Hopefully I'll catch you in another live stream somewhere. I'm going to keep the schedule I have right now for a week or 2 or 3, depends on where I find the best number of people that are going to watch. It may change in a couple weeks, I don't know, maybe not. But all this you see here on the screen is going to be changing as I discover how to do more things with it. I'm definitely going to get the panel working here eventually. Alright, thanks Jen, I appreciate it. You have a good night, and everybody, thanks for stopping in, and I'll catch you at the next live stream or in somebody else's. Good night all.